All right, well, hello, friends, and welcome back to the Brock Up side. And this is the official 800 subscriber celebratory live stream, if you will. But yeah, 800 subs. That's pretty cool. I mean, didn't I haven't done one of these live streams in quite a while. I didn't do one of these for 600 subs and didn't do one for 700. Well, mostly because 7 to 800 there was a very small gap in between those two milestones. So yeah, that's just a little milestone, just a little live stream to just thank everybody for getting the channel to this point, 800 subs. And yeah, so feel free to type away any questions you may have about movies, life, whatever. Probably go for about 30 minutes to an hour or so. And also probably at some point we'll kind of talk about the new Halloween 4K box set which just came out about a week ago. So yeah, just gonna wait for a couple more people to join in. But yeah, I meant to do this stream on Sunday a couple days ago, but plans changed at the very last minute. And this evening was when you guys voted would be more ideal to do one of these. So hopefully we get a couple more people in to check everything out. Uh, so yeah, as you can probably tell over here, I've got my background a little Halloweenified at the moment. Quite literally, actually, because Halloween Ends comes out in a couple of days. Might be going to an early screening of it tomorrow night. Not entirely sure yet. But yeah, got this Haddonfield sign from Spirit Halloween the other night, which is pretty cool. They had a few other ones, but I really like the way this one looked with the red and everything, and got the blacklight Michael Myers plush over here. This is actually a StreamYard duck plushie. I am using StreamYard right now, so it made sense. I got that for free a while back. And all right, looks like we got some people showing up. All right, so we got Teddy Graham. Glad you can make it. Says, now that you hit 800 subscribers, what are your goals for the channel? Well, I guess the next big one's going to be hitting 1,000 subscribers, which might actually be in the realm of possibility for the end of the year. That's my ultimate end of the year goal. But yeah, ultimately, I just kind of want to keep chugging along, talking about movies, making just movie based content. Hopefully, people will keep watching. But definitely glad you could make it. And let's see. We also got Joey's movie blog. Good to see you, long time viewer and friend of the channel. Yes, hello to you too. All right, got a few more people chiming in. KTube reacts. Thoughts on the Mario trailer? Well, first of all, glad you can make it. And thoughts on the Mario trailer? I actually thought the Mario trailer was pretty good. Um, I think Jack Black definitely sounds great as Bowser because it sounds like him, but doesn't sound exactly like he's just talking. He's like putting on like a Bowsery type voice. Uh, CGI looks absolutely incredible. I like the way Mario looks. It's kind of like the traditional model he has in the game, but a little more realistic, which I think works all right. Everyone's kind of losing their minds over Chris Pratt's Mario voice, even though he said like less than 10 words, I think, which I don't mind it. Gotta have to actually have him form like actual sentences and dialogue and things like that. I have faith it'll be all right in the final movie. That's kind of the big thing. All right, then we got Jelly Duck. What's up? Yeah, glad you can make it. And he also says, "Oh yeah, Jack Black plays Bowser. That's good." Yeah, that's definitely very good. And honestly, the cast for the Mario movie looks pretty promising because I believe Keegan Michael Key is playing Toad, which I think is pretty cool casting. Seth Rogen is going to play Donkey Kong, which I could definitely see that. So, and probably if this movie's successful, he'll get his own Donkey Kong movie, which, if this one's good, I'll be totally okay with that. Brad Pitt, it's just not lol. Uh, yeah. All right, we got Luke Ponto. Glad you can make it. Nice to see you. Congrats on 800 subs. Well, thank you very much. So just saw Bros in theaters and it was great. I have not gone to see that yet, but I've heard really good things about it, so I definitely hope to check it out soon. I might have to wait till it hits streaming, unfortunately, because I still haven't seen Terrifier 2 yet, and I just watched the original a few nights ago, and I was like, okay, yes, more of that, please. So, but definitely, I'll definitely get to it at some point. But glad you definitely liked it, though. All right, then we got Joey talking about the Mario movie. Only seen it from my wife, and yet, yeah, Anya Taylor Joy's playing Peach. So that's a good casting. And also Charlie Day is Luigi. People are kind of giving him crap for playing Luigi, but I think he could definitely pull it off. We got Daniel N. Congrats on 800 subs. Thank you very much. Glad you could make it. Let's see. What are you looking forward to next in 2022? Thoughts on the Wakanda Forever trailer? Uh, there's a few more things I'm looking forward to. Wakanda Forever, absolutely one of them. Halloween Ends comes out this week, which I'm definitely looking forward to. Big Halloween fan. Didn't love Halloween Kills, but I really hope Halloween Ends really brings it home. Uh, then, of course, Black Adam is next week. There isn't a huge hype train going for that movie right now, but from what I'm hearing, it's got potential to lay some pretty good groundwork for the future. Then, of course, we've got Avatar: Way of Water, which, after seeing the re-release of the first movie in IMAX, I am 1,000% sorry, 1,000% more hyped for that one, and that's just going to be one hell of an experience. Thoughts on the Wakanda Forever trailer? I'm assuming you're talking about the newest one that just came out like a week ago. I kind of like the first trailer a little bit better, but honestly, I'm looking forward to the movie. I think it's going to be an emotional roller coaster to say the least, but I have faith that it's going to be incredible. Let's see. Luke Ponto. I'll see Halloween Ends this weekend, but honestly, I kind of want to see Lyle Crocodile. I haven't heard too much about that movie. I think it's based on a book, if I'm not mistaken, but it looks like it'd be a perfectly like fun, cute, family friendly movie. But I mean, why not go see both? Daniel N. Huge rumor about the Black Adam end credit scene. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about. If that ends up being true, then it'll hopefully make a lot of people happy. So we got the Upside Dan in the house. Congrats, thank you very much. Again, glad you could make it. Yeah, so nice little turnout going on here. Let's see. Then Dan also says Lyle was some fun moments. Yeah, that sounds kind of appropriate. I mean, it is a movie about a singing crocodile after all. So, but I'll probably check it out at some point. I don't suppose Lyle Crocodile was in 40X, was it, Dan? If it was, I'd be curious how that went. All right, let's just get. But yes. So if we're going for. Whoop. Let's see. Oh, Teddy Graham. I remember the last time you did one of these live stream celebrations. You spilled your drink. Oh, oh, I do remember that now. I think that was just about a year ago too. Even. Yeah, that was an oopsie on my part, which is why I have a lid on this one, so that hopefully will not happen again. But we'll see, I guess. Let's see, Luke Ponto. I had the whole theater to myself during Bros. That's typically not a good sign for a movie that just came out, but does sound like it's not performing particularly well. But sometimes also when you get the theater to yourself, it's kind of cool because you don't have to worry about other people being disruptive, which is something that happens more often than not, unfortunately. Upside Down, record a video for it. Hopefully, be up tomorrow. Very nice. Be checking that out for sure. But yeah, hopefully, no drinks will be spilled. Hopefully, the Mario movie ends up doing well next year, and hopefully, everything just keeps trucking along like that. Let's see, make sure I didn't forget anybody here. Uh, okay, looks like we're good there. But yes, I guess we've got a little minute here. Wanted to just talk about this for a couple minutes since I haven't gone around to doing a video for it. Yeah, I picked up the newest Halloween 4K box set. This one's got a six H2O and Halloween Resurrection in it. Uh, did I need all three of these in 4K? Not really. Honestly, like Curse of Michael Myers, I've never been a big fan of that one, but it did introduce us to Paul Rudd, which is pretty cool. I've also got Halloween H2O. This one I actually like a lot. It's one of my favorites of the Halloween franchise, so definitely worth picking up in 4K. And then Halloween Resurrection is not a particularly great sequel, but it's got some entertainment value in there. So we'll come back to that in just a minute here. All right, so Luke Ponto, it was a second time at the theater to myself. The first time was during The Woman King. Some people went and saw Smile instead. Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually had the theater to myself for a different movie back, I think it was in August. It was for a movie called Summering. I don't know if you saw that, did a review of it. Uh, Basically, just like an end of summer, going back to school, friendship, middle school, high school type thing, and had the whole theater to myself, which was cool, probably because it was like 9 o'clock at night. But yeah, but so some people went and saw Smile instead. I mean, it is kind of the big movie right now. I saw it like a week or two ago. I enjoyed it. Wasn't really original, but I do like the fact that it did not have a happy ending. Let's put it that way. I love when horror films don't have happy endings. Let's see. Daniel N. Success of the Super Mario Bros. Movie depends largely on Chris Pratt's voice. Yeah, that's a little scary, but honestly, it sounds like he's going for more of a Brooklyn type accent and not a, stereotypical "it's a me" type Mario voice, which I think that might work out better in the long run, but fingers crossed it'll be okay because if the movie itself is actually good, I definitely want to see more of it. Let's see, we got SAC Productions. Glad you can make it. Are you going to do a video of your Blu-ray collection? Yes, I will. It's an annual tradition I've got. It'll be out Christmas. I usually get those out at Christmas on the 25th itself. So yeah, it'll be a couple more months, but definitely there will be a Blu-ray collection video this year. Daniel N. The movie will live or die on how he decides to voice Mario. Yeah, again, a little scary, but hopefully if the voice isn't like fantastic, hopefully the rest of the movie will, you know, soften the blow of that a little bit. But yeah, that's probably the least of my concerns with that movie, unfortunately. My biggest concern is that they're gonna take the Goombas and just make them into minions, essentially. Let's see. Upside Down, Bros was good. Didn't love it as much as a lot of people did, but I still do like it a lot, I'd say. So yeah, that sounds kind of like the consensus of what I've heard so far. So definitely, I will certainly check it out at some point in the near future. So glad to hear some positive comments on it. Let's see, Luke Ponto, did you check out Beast starring Idris Elba? Yes, I did, and it was a good time. It wasn't anything groundbreaking, but it was just kind of cool to see Idris Elba fight a lion for like hour and a half, 2 hours. So yeah, it was a good time. I think it just came out to Blu-ray this week as well, but I'm not gonna pick it up yet. Probably just wait for Black Friday or Cyber Monday deal. But yeah, it was a good time. That's the Upside Down. Gonna have to get those Halloween 4Ks just so I'll have all of them uniform. I mean, yeah, I do like the very uniform design of these. It also really just highlights the drastic differences between the masks in each movie because, with H2O, the mask wasn't. They kind of dropped the ball there, and you just saw his eyes way too much. But then they really fixed it with Halloween Resurrection, so it's very obvious there. I don't have all the other ones they put out last year. I got Halloween 2 with this style of packaging. I didn't get the first movie because I already had the other 4K that came out a few years back. And the others I just have on Blu-ray. I'll probably slowly get the rest in 4K at some point, but I'm in no real rush to get the other ones just yet. Let's see. KTube Reacts, thoughts on Werewolf by Night. Oh, that was absolutely fantastic. I loved the very 1930s Universal Monsters feel to it. What, especially even just the production design, like they have that garden maze in the back. And yeah, honestly, excuse me. Some people were complaining like they wished it was longer, but I actually think the 55-minute runtime was just right for something like that. Uh, and it was really cool to see some good practical werewolf effects too, and getting to see Man Thing, which is a character I don't know much about, but I really liked how he was used in this special movie. I guess it's technically kind of like a TV special, but definitely Michael Giacchino directed the hell out of this special. I hope he does more things in the future, and I hope Marvel definitely does more of these. I'd definitely be okay with a couple more of these kind of standalone specials as opposed to half a dozen Disney Plus shows every year. Let's see, Luke Ponto. I've heard of Summering, but never seen it because my theater didn't get it. Yeah, I think my theater barely got it. Like the screening was in like the tiniest screening room in the entire theater. Like it's one of those theaters in the way back of the theater that they just don't give a crap about. Like I had to go tell somebody to turn the movie on, and the seats haven't been updated in like a decade probably. But it was kind of cool to at least check out a more independent film like that. See, Upside Down, saw Beast. It's okay. Yeah, it was okay. It was a good time. But yeah, that's about all I can say about the movie. See, love Werewolf by Night. It's one of my favorite things Marvel has done in a while. Absolutely, 100% agree. Teddy Graham, any new pickups this week? Yes, in fact, I don't have them on me right now, but today I just picked up The Sopranos, the complete series on Blu-ray, which was really cool because it was only $40, and I'm really digging that show right now. I'm halfway through it on HBO Max, but I figured, might as well get a physical copy too. But not any new releases this week. But I believe Nope comes out next Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. If not, it's the week after. I'll definitely be picking that up. Let's see, anything you excited for that's coming out soon in terms of Blu-ray releases? Well, yeah, Nope is definitely the biggest thing right now. It was one of my favorite movies of the year, possibly my top 5. So definitely looking forward to that. And let's see, what else is coming out soon? Top Gun Maverick comes out in the first November. Definitely excited for that. And slight spoilers, there may be somebody there might be a guest star in my review for Top Gun Maverick when the Blu-ray comes out. Just that's all I'll say for now. Let's see. SAC Productions. Have you seen Amsterdam? Damn, and if you did, what'd you think of it? I have not seen the movie yet. I'd like to, but I'm in no major rush right now. Mostly because my I have AMC Stubs A list, and I have like it's all full right now with reservations for things that don't come out till either this week or next. So I gotta kind of have to wait a little bit, but if the movie's still playing by the time I have a little more open space in that, then I'll try to check it out. Let's see. Daniel N. Thoughts on MCU movie delays and Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine. Yeah, there were a few delays this morning. I don't remember what the exact delays were, but I know Secret Wars got delayed by like a year, I think. Which is fine. You know, we had Infinity War and Endgame a year apart. It would have been kind of cool to have two Avengers movies in 1 year. That would have been kind of crazy, but also probably space them out be the more ideal. And then there's some trouble with Blade right now, which is unfortunate. Hopefully it all works out and Mahershala Ali, still stays on. And Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine. I'm definitely excited about the idea of it. You know, I am a little reserved just because, the ending of Logan was such a perfect finale for the character, but also that does take place in the future. There's nothing saying that, he didn't go on one random adventure before that. So I think it'll be interwoven well enough that it won't mess with the legacy of Logan too much. And also, I just can't wait to see Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in a movie together for, 2 hours. That's probably going to sell a lot of tickets just by itself. Let's see. Are you going to do a Blu-ray review of Nope when it comes out? Definitely. I have a lot more things I want to say about that movie. Now that I've seen it, I saw it yeah, I saw it twice in the theater, and it's something I can't stop thinking about. So I definitely want to talk about it more because I only did a short review for it. So definitely, I fully intend on doing one for Nope. Tom Cruise guessing on that potential guest star in that video. I will neither confirm nor deny that. Let's see, Val Kilmer. Again, maybe not quite to that level of prestige, but it'll be kind of cool if this person still is down for it. I don't want to say for sure it's happening just because things can change between now and then, but yeah, there it should be a pretty exciting video. I'll put it that way. Let's see. Let me go back to this comment again real quick for anything that's coming out soon in terms of Blu-ray releases. Those are I kind of listed the big ones with Nope coming out, and also in November, I think the first November, Warner Brothers is going to be putting out 4Ks of Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, Polar Express, and Elf. Definitely looking forward to those. Whether or not I'll be getting all four, I'm not entirely sure yet. But it'd be really cool to get those in 4K, just because those are all great classic Christmas movies. Let's see. Whoops. Okay. Wow. It's been 24 minutes already. Okay. So, yeah, now that we got a second, we'll go back to this box set for a moment. So yeah, I did check out all three of the 4Ks for these, and all three look very nice. Uh, Also, the really cool thing is with Curse of Michael Myers, it comes with a 4K of both the theatrical and the producer's cut of the movie, which I think is the first time that's ever happened. You know, before you kind of had to go searching for the producer's cut, which some people claim is the superior cut of the movie. I'm not so sure about that because I'm not a big fan of this movie, period. And also there is that reveal in the producer's cut that Michael Myers did a little Sweet Home Alabama on. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Uh, and I guess as far as like the bonus content goes, it's pretty much most of it just stuff from previous releases, except for Halloween Resurrection, which has some brand new interviews with the cast and crew of the movie. Yeah, let's see, including production designer Troy Hansen, effect special effect makeup artist Gary how do you pronounce it? Tuna Cliff, and a few other ones, which is pretty cool to have some brand new bonus content. But why it was only for Halloween Resurrection, I don't know. So anyway, let's go back to the chat for a moment. Upside Down, I pre-ordered Elf, Christmas Vacation, and Elf. Okay, I guess you really like Elf. Okay, you said Christmas Story. All right, that makes a little more sense. If you pre-ordered Elf twice, I mean, I think there's a steelbook too, so I guess that could have been understandable. But uh, so that should be pretty cool. Can't wait to check those out. SAC Productions, you could do a top 10 favorite movies of 2022. I definitely plan to. I haven't done one of those in a good couple of years at this point. I think the last one I did was in 2019, which is a little unfortunate. But then, 2020 with COVID and everything, not that many movies. I didn't feel like, wasn't compelled to. And then last year was just kind of rocky with a lot of stuff. But this year, now that everything's back up and running as usual and a lot of good movies, I definitely hope to do that, as well as like a top 10 anticipated movies of 2023. So it's a little bit more December content coming your way. Let's see. What videos are you working on right now? Good question. So probably once we're done with the stream here, I'm gonna go watch the Spirit Halloween movie. That just came out on VOD today. Hopefully gonna do a review of that at some point this week. I'm not expecting amazing things from the Spirit Halloween movie, but I also think I don't know, it could be a fun time. I like Spirit Halloween stores, so I'll shell out $4 to rent it. Let's see. Oh, and also gonna do a review of Halloween Ends as well. Probably gonna try to do an IMAX review of that, just because it is a big movie and see how well it takes advantage of the format. Plus, the IMAX reviews I've done on the channel have been doing very well lately, so gonna give that a try. I do love Elf. I do love Elf too, so if you did pre-order it twice, I would totally understand. Let's see, Teddy Graham, Halloween costume this year. I haven't quite figured it out yet. I've been heavily debating a few different options. I'm just not quite sure which one I'm going to go with yet. I guess just my top contenders right now were Matt Murdock, Steve from Blues Clues, and Walter White. I was trying to go for something somewhat easy to do, not like elaborate makeup and stuff. And all three of those I think I can feasibly do. Matt Murdock just need I already got a suit, need the glasses and a walking stick. Steve just need the shirt, which you can get off Amazon. And for Heisenberg, just need the hat, jacket, and some crystal meth. So not quite sure yet, but gonna have to hurry up and figure that out. All right, then we got Rob Christensen, longtime friend of the channel. Congrats. What's your favorite video so far? Well, thank you for joining in. You're in Paris right now, aren't you? Like, or yeah, like that's the first leg of your trip, right? Either way, glad you could make it. Favorite video so far? Wow. That's a tricky one because I have like 300 videos on the channel right now. Um, I guess I'll say like my favorite recent video, just to kind of cheap out there, is probably the Avatar video because it was kind of cool to talk about the original movie and talk about the IMAX 3D experience. Plus, that video is doing extremely well right now. But if I had to think about a favorite video of all time, uh, gosh, I don't know. I feel like I've made a lot of some of my favorite videos I've made are from the last like year or so. Maybe probably one of the history of hype episodes might be one of my favorite videos I've done, just because it was something I could spend a lot of time in making, and just kind of get to make it my own. So as far as like that, probably one of the Harry Potter episodes, if not the Star Wars episode. that doesn't really answer the question, but just I gave you some options there. Let's see. Teddy Graham, is that your real voice or are you using a voice modulator? Nope, this is 100% my voice. Yeah, I get those comments from time to time, and it always kind of surprises me when people say that, just because I don't necessarily always hear the same thing they do. So I guess some people it comes off like a little bit deeper or whatever. But nope, no effects going on here. It's just how I sound. Let's see, Upside Down. Love those costumes for you. Thank you. I just gotta settle on one now. SAC Productions, you gonna do a review for Avatar: The Way of Water when it comes out? Oh, absolutely. Definitely gonna check that out. Uh, it'll be more fun too, because it definitely sounds like a lot more people are into Avatar and they're gonna be really hyped for this one. So I think that's gonna lead to some really cool conversations online about the movie. And it'd be kind of cool to have like another like major event type movie for the year, which I think Way of Water definitely has the potential to do. Upside Down, you should be a really good lawyer. I am kind of leaning towards that way a little bit, so I'll definitely keep that in mind. See, Rob, you see in Paris and crazy jet lagged. I'd imagine so. How long's the flight from Winnipeg to Paris? Was it like a layover or was it like a direct flight? Either way, it definitely sounds like I'm not sure I can handle that flight, to be honest with you. Let's see. That History of Hype series is awesome. Well, thank you very much. I do hope to continue that sometime in the near future. I'm thinking maybe I'll do one for Avatar, the original, when it gets closer to Way of Water's release. So we'll see. I just got a couple things I want to experiment with to see if I can package it slightly differently, so maybe more people could be inclined to check it out. Because I put a lot of time in those videos and I want as many people as possible to check it out. But also at the end of the day, I still have a lot of fun making those videos, so I definitely want to get back to it just simply because I like making them. That's Upside Down. You have a fantastic voice. Well, thank you very much, Dan. I much appreciate that. Like everybody else growing up, I hated the sound of my own voice so much. So that's probably why I don't hear it the same way everyone else does. So it's like, oh no, I still sound like that nasally person I was in the eighth grade or whatever. Let's see. Agree with Rob. History of Hype series is awesome. Thank you very much. That's the one thing about that series is that even though it doesn't draw a ton of people in, the people that do watch it seem to really, really like it. So I think there's definitely room for more in the future. And then just Dan saying hi to Rob. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I think I've kind of alluded to this a little bit in the past, but I am hoping to maybe do some sort of semi-regular live show in the future. Uh, how regular, I'm not entirely sure. Whether it be like bi-weekly, once a month, whatever. I'm still figuring out, but hopefully the way I want to do it is have like a guest with me each time. So that way it's not just me rambling for an hour. So Dan and Rob, if you guys are interested, let me know. See, hate the sound of my own voice too. I also feel like I hear it differently than everyone. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's also everybody too, because the way you hear it, because it's just kind of like bellowing inside of your mouth and your ears. It's not the same way it comes out in a recording. So yeah, it's just something that we all must suffer with a little bit. SAC Productions, do you think Wakanda Forever is going to make 1 billion at the box office? I think it definitely it's I think it's definitely got a strong chance of doing that considering the first one made 1 billion. And we're definitely back to that point where more movies are raking in that kind of money, with Top Gun, Spider-Man. Those are like the only movies somewhat recently that have hit a billion plus. Oh wait, no, sorry. Jurassic World Dominion did as well, so I think definitely the numbers are going to be there. I think a lot of people are going to show up just to honor Chadwick Boseman mainly, but I think also it is going to bring a lot of people together, so absolutely. See, Rob, if you could change one thing about film YouTube, what would it be? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about film YouTube. I think the community itself is like incredibly supportive of one another, which I think is great. So everyone's like, "Oh, hey, glad good job on that video," or "Go check out this person's channel." And it's very tight knit. There's not a lot of toxicity in there unless you're talking about like some of those strong-minded people out there that just make videos to offend people. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I th- hmm, that's a good question. I'll have to come back to that one. Then, of course, just saying hi to Dan. Of course, glad to see everyone here. Teddy Graham, is there a movie that you'd like to see get the 4K treatment on Blu-ray? Uh, that's another really good question. A lot of things have been coming to 4K recently, which is cool. Trying to think of something that's like right off the top of my head. I mean, since we've been talking about Avatar so much this stream, definitely the first movie, it should be getting a 4K release. It was supposed to be this year, but it sounds like it got pushed to next year. But it sounds like we're gonna get that. And then since we are talking about James Cameron movies, I think Titanic and Terminator 1 definitely should get the 4K treatment. Honestly, put all the Terminator movies on 4K. I don't think all of them are. I think only T2, Genesis, and Dark Fate are on 4K right now. But yeah, definitely put all those in 4K, man. What's taking so long? I'll buy a 4K box set of those movies, even though some of them I straight up don't like, but it would still be cool. See, Avatar, yes. And like all of James Cameron's work, very true because let's see, The Abyss is not on 4K yet. Let's see, True Lies is not even on Blu-ray yet, I don't think. So yeah, what's up with that? And I don't think the Piranha movie he made is on 4K yet either. So yeah, definitely get more of James Cameron's filmography on there. Oh, you know what would be kind of cool if we did get on 4K is the Muppet movies. I don't know why, but seeing like the Muppet movie and like Muppets Take Manhattan and stuff, I would down to see those in 4K. And also, I'd like to see the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movie come to 4K at some point. That'd be really cool. Just all the nostalgic early 2000s comic book movies. If they're not in 4K yet, put them in 4K, people. Let's see, Rob, 10 to 11 hours of flying plus a layover in Toronto, 7-hour time difference. Be on it, hang on to your channel. Wow, 10 to 11 hours with just the one layover, right? That's not so bad then. Um, yeah, but definitely a 10 to 11-hour flight. That would, I hope you packed a few audiobooks or something for that. Yeah, because I was partially asking because I'm going up to Alaska in June for my cousin's wedding, and some of those flights, depending on how many layovers I get, could be like upwards of like 10, 13 hours, I think. So yeah, well, definitely, but glad you could land in Paris and hope you have a good time there. Can't wait to see some photos from Egypt and everything too when you make it over there. And yeah, I'll definitely keep you in the loop with any potential live stream stuff. Let's see, Upside Down. No, Cameron likes to be hands on in the process, yeah, which is definitely a good thing. I think you can definitely tell when a movie is just kind of thrown on the 4K just for the sake of, getting $30 more out of consumers versus other ones where, it's a more hands on. process where the filmmakers actually want to see the movie realized properly in the format. I mean, even with like these Halloween 4K releases, they definitely look like excuse me, uh, look like there was a lot of care put in there. So at least James Cameron does care, mostly about Avatar, but he cares. See, then Upside Down would also be down to hang out on the channel. Perfect. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, so I'm still working out the kinks for all of that, and it might not be till next year until I get that idea going. But just want to get some feelers out there for anything, any potential guests, and hopefully, like maybe Tuesday nights could work too, because it's kind of tricky trying to figure out like a day and a time to do these because so many other people in the community do live shows on a regular basis, and I don't want to like step on their toes or anything, or feel like people have to choose between watching like mine or theirs because they'll probably go for the other one because they're a lot cooler. But yeah, so I'll keep you guys in the loop. But yes, I guess quickly just kind of changing subjects for a moment. Is anybody gonna check out Gotham Knights when that comes out next Friday? Uh, I know I am for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to that game. I've been waiting patiently for like 9 years to see if WB Games Montreal would do something else with the Batman IP after they did Arkham Origins, which I don't care what anybody says. I think Arkham Origins is a great game. Great story, wonderful graphics. Gameplay's, about the same with the other ones, but I really think Arkham Origins is underappreciated, so definitely wanted to see what they do next. And I think Gotham Knights has a lot of promise to it, and which will be really cool because I could finally pick up a couple of new games for my PS5, which I've only gotten like a few remastered games and some other stuff on there. So it'd be nice to have something brand new. Let's see, Daniel N. Huge leak with Gotham Knights. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, but if it if it's referring to what I think it's almost obviously referring to, like with Batman secretly still being alive, and then he comes back at the very end to set up a sequel, then I'm not super surprised. But otherwise, I'm trying to go in relatively blind with it. Let's see. Rob, as a filmmaker and creator, is there a difference? What is the toughest thing about your creative process? I guess biggest, the toughest thing about the creative process is it seems like my standards for myself keep going up the more and more I do this. Like this year alone, I've really been trying to step up my game a bit. Like better thumbnails, more elaborate editing, changing up the lighting, the composition, everything a little bit more, and just some other types of videos I want to do that I can't necessarily knock out in a couple of hours like I used to. I mean, like, here's just an example of how, like, doing a Blu ray review used to be for me, like, 2 or 3 years ago. So, I'd get up, come sit down in not this room, but my old one, kind of just film for, like 15, 20 minutes, whatever, take like 2 hours or maybe 3 hours at most to edit, get it up in like the early afternoon and have the rest of my day to do things. And nowadays takes a little bit longer because I've got more, there's a lot more put into these videos and things that I just want to keep doing so I can just keep not feeling like I'm making the same cookie cutter stuff, I guess. And also there's like other ideas I want to try, like the merch hunting videos and other things that take more time, and just trying to, find a balance between getting things out, consistently, and also making sure they're all as good as possible, not just like I'm half-assing things. Let's see, K-Tube, not really excited. Yeah, I understand that. I know some people have not been impressed by like the gameplay they've shown off, which I have no real opinions on that just yet. I need to actually play it and see how it goes because, it's still a game after all, but the visuals look great. I like I like a lot of the main suits they have, like the main ones and some of the skins they've got. And I think the story will be really good too. So I'm hoping to maybe do some sort of video on it, after I've played it for a few days. All right, we got Eddie's films and stuff in the house. What's up, man? Congrats on 800. Thank you very much. Glad you could make it. Let's see. SAC Productions. Are you are you preparing for the Mario movie? Uh, there's not a whole lot you can do to prepare right now except just watch the trailer, uh, but I definitely will get more and more prepared as it comes along. I forget when it's actually coming out. Let me check. I know it's like next year, like in the spring or summertime. Um, but yeah, I'm sure there'll be like a good push of like merch and other things too, and hopefully like Universal Studios, like Nintendo expansion will be out by then, so maybe you could go check that out. Uh, might be a little wishful thinking because theme park stuff like that takes a while to get finished, and it's going to be crowds for days. But something to think about. But I'll be preparing for the movie the sooner it comes. Oh, Dan says it's April 7th. Thank you, Dan. So in the spring, so that's not too awful far away. Excuse me. Let's see. Daniel N. An official art book for the game sheds light on the Batman game's ending. Oh, so okay, potential spoilers there. Yeah, so I guess whatever book you're referring the official art book, if I like the game, I might end up getting that book and seeing what's what, after I play it, of course, and know all the spoilers. Let's see, Rob Christensen, what advice would you give the creator just getting started? Okay. Well, I guess the big thing is to not. I guess the big thing is just don't overthink it when you're getting started and like don't try to delay it either. Like with this channel, I was trying to like wait until I was 18. Like the channel started in January of 2016. I was gonna turn 18 like that July. And I kind of wanted to wait because that'd be kind of cool to be like, oh yeah, I'm officially a legal adult. So let's begin this new chapter with this new channel. But then I was like, you know what? What's the point? Let's just start it right now. And so that's a big thing. Don't wait. And also try not to compare yourself too much to everybody else, whether you're getting started or whether you've been doing it a while, because it's so easy to get discouraged being like, okay, I made this video, but like, this person with more subscribers did way better than me, and they're gonna, they're so much better at it. But it's like, just keep doing your own thing. Don't be afraid to, maybe copy people a little bit because after a while you'll get your own style and everything, and hopefully it'll work out. Just make sure the video is, make sure, you don't, just like, don't forget to be you also, let your personality shine through. Don't try to be a clone of somebody else. Like I just said, don't be afraid to copy people, but also like, you know, make it your own after a while, I guess is the big thing. Lost in the Reel. Hey, good to see you. Glad you can make it. Congrats on 800, my friend. Thank you very much. And it was really cool to see. I know, like you and the rest of the Cinema Squad got to meet up in Florida a while back. Very cool. It's very nice to see when other YouTubers get to kind of meet up. I've had a couple of those myself this year, which is always cool to get to kind of just meet people from all over the country and just because we all talk movies to a camera with all this pop culture junk behind us. Let's see. K2 Reacts did notice a change in thumbnails and vids, kinda. Yeah, I mean, I just trying to grow my skills more, trying to learn more things with Photoshop and Premiere, just always trying to constantly make the videos and the thumbnails and everything just bigger and better. I am working on a new logo and a couple new assets, which I'm working on. So just another thing to keep pushing the envelope a little bit. Let's see, lost in the reel. What has been your biggest pro and biggest con of being a creator on YouTube so far? Biggest pro, I guess, is just kind of becoming part of the community, of the YouTube reviewer, critic, content creator, whatever you want to call it. That's something I got more into in 2020, which made me feel like I wasn't just some random outsider, just doing this while other people doing it bigger and better. Just kind of that feeling of community and camaraderie that everyone just wants to see everybody succeed and collab with each other beyond their live streams and stuff. So the community aspect definitely has been the best thing, and the biggest con, I guess, it's just that kind of feeling that you have to put out videos like super consistently, like several a week or nearly daily, or you're just gonna fall flat. I know that's not necessarily the case, but sometimes it can feel that way when certain channels are like uploading, like reviews and reactions and rankings stuff like every single day, while I'm still trying to get like one or two videos out. See, it's just a matter of you know finding people that you can connect with, with the community, whether it be movies or whatever, and just try not to rush yourself in making videos you're not proud of and things like that. So it's a lot of peaks and valleys, I guess. SAC got into your channel from the IMAX reviews. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, those IMAX reviews, I was bit surprised how well those turned out. I mean, with like E.T. and Jaws, those are the ones I started with. I kind of felt like that people would enjoy them because they're classic Steven Spielberg movies, and a lot of people celebrate those movies for or they have for so long, and getting to see them on the big screen X amount of years later for the very first time. So definitely getting to talk with those was really cool, and also the Avatar one. That one's mostly proven to me that people definitely want to see more Avatar, and that's going to be exciting. And yeah, I'm really grateful for the spike in subscribers those videos gave me. So look out for more of those very soon. April 7th. Let's see, Lost in the Reel. Me and Dan got to meet you in person sometime. Absolutely, that'd be super cool. I've met three fellow YouTubers in person this year. Some of you, I think, have heard about this before, but back in January, I was in Orlando for a Disney World trip, and one evening met up with Anthony A. Perez and the Big Rob Theory. I'm sure you guys probably know who they are. Like Anthony collabs with like everybody, which is super cool. And that was just a really fun time. Get to meet those two guys. Someone I've only like talked through social media and just kind of had a just went to a bar at Disney Springs and just kind of shot the shit for a little bit. And then of course in May got to meet Sean Chandler in person because he was in Vegas where I happen to also live, and we were both going to a with a Grow with Video Live, which is a YouTube video conference, or like an in-person conference for video held by Think Media, Sean Cannell, which was super cool. Get to kind of hang out with him for a couple of days and learn some new tricks of the trade. Yes, to that definitely. I mean, if we can find some way to make that happen in the future, I'm definitely down. Oh, you guys met Anthony too. That's pretty cool. Uh, yeah, I mean, again, just really cool to get to kind of meet people from the community. And yeah, the only thing though is that neither Anthony nor I had the brains to take a selfie to commemorate that little meeting, and neither of us realized it till like 3 days later when he like DM'd me on Twitter. Was like, wait a minute, why did neither of us take a selfie of the occasion? I was like, I know, why didn't we do that? So that's unfortunate, but the memories will always be there. Whew. All right. Wow, it's been nearly an hour already. Okay. But yeah, definitely. So did you guys get to check out I know I saw some photos on your Instagram and Twitter about going to like Universal and I think you saw you guys like Disney Springs as well. Did you guys go to any of the Disney parks at all, like Magic Kingdom, Epcot or anything? Because those are incredible if you guys haven't checked those out. Definitely my favorite thing was getting to see the spaceship Earth at Epcot in real life because I saw so many videos of it growing up. So it was like, oh, it's like seeing the Taj Mahal or something. Didn't do Disney. Well, that's unfortunate, but also, you kind of have to have a lot of time to check out the whole thing. But you did check out Universal, though, right? And Universal is is super cool. I think I liked Islands of Adventure more than the regular Universal Studios, just because of the Marvel attractions and a few other things. And also, the main Universal Studios in Orlando doesn't have the studio tour like in Hollywood for obvious reasons, so it kinda lost a couple points, there. SAC Productions, in your opinion, was the best place to watch a long movie? Watch a long movie. Well, define long because if it's like 2.5 hours long, seeing it in a theater is fine, 3 hours is fine. Uh I mean, Zack Snyder's Justice League was 4 hours long, but only it went straight to HBO Max. And, I was totally fine with sitting in my room watching it for 4 hours straight. But I would have totally been okay with seeing it in a theater. So it's just kind of a matter of preference. But if it's a movie like, that's 4 hours long, you might be more inclined to check it out at home. But, you know, anytime you can go see a movie in a theater, go for it if you have the means to. Let's say you want to do that next trip. Yeah, definitely check that out. The unfortunate thing is when I went, they didn't have the Guardians of the Galaxy ride finished yet. I think they opened it up like 2 or 3 months later, which was kind of sad because you saw like they had the what's the ship called? The not the Ravager ship, but they had like the model ship right outside. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, definitely. If you have the chance, definitely go check Disney World out. Didn't do Disney, but hope we do in the future, for sure. And maybe I'll just randomly pop up one of those days and be like, "Hey guys, what's up?" Universal, both parks, and Halloween Horror Nights. Oh, that's got to be super cool. I've never done Halloween Horror Nights. I really want to one of these years, so hopefully it was super cool. I've seen some videos of it, like from the channel Ordinary Adventures. They're probably my favorite theme park YouTubers, and it looked really cool from their videos. Jared Runner, howdy y'all. Glad you could make it, Jared Runner. Let's see. SAC, what's your favorite movie trilogy? Oh boy. Well, my favorite movie of all time is Back to the Future, so I'm easily inclined to say the Back to the Future trilogy, but there are so many other great trilogies like the Dark Knight trilogy, Planet of the Apes trilogy, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, so on and so forth. But I think just because it's my favorite movie of all time is in there, Back to the Future trilogy, but it is a hard pick for sure. Let's see, then we got Rob. What's the biggest movie viewing surprise for you so far this year? Biggest movie viewing surprise. Okay, biggest movie viewing surprise. Hmm. That's a good question, actually. I'm trying to think of like everything I've seen this year because there's definitely been some really good stuff. There's been a few movies I was like, definitely like, oh, it's gonna be great. Like, the Batman, obviously. Uh, Top Gun was fantastic. Definitely better than I thought it was going to be, and also it was a much bigger success than I anticipated, but I feel like that one's kinda cheating. Um, see, Black Phone, I really enjoyed that one, but as far as biggest surprise goes, shoot. Hmm. Try, trying to think of what else came out this year because so many things have come out that have been so good. Okay, you know what? Actually, I take that back. Probably everything, everywhere, all at once. I didn't know much about that movie coming into it, and I was just blown away by that movie. Great theatrical experience. Got the 4K, got the rubber hot dog fingers. Uh, so yeah, that was just definitely a great experience. Teddy Graham, Tom Cruise is going into space in his next movie. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. I wonder if it's just gonna be like inside of a space station or if he's actually gonna be filmed outside, like, floating in space or whatever. Either way, I'm intrigued by that movie just by that alone, but of course, it's still gotta be a good movie at the end of the day. All right, so we've been going for a little over an hour at this point. I think we'll just kind of keep going for maybe about 10-ish more minutes or so. So, you got any last minute questions? Feel free to pile them on. But yeah, but ultimately, thank you to everybody who's chimed in for the last hour or so. Definitely had more activity in the chat than I was anticipating. Just because you never know how many people will show up to these things, especially because like time of day, day of the week, and everything. So definitely thank you to everybody who's been checking it out. So yeah, just gonna go for till about 9, 10 or so, and then we'll say goodnight because I gotta go watch the Spirit Halloween movie and make sure it's, peak cinema after all. I mean, at least it's got Christopher Lloyd in it, so it's got that going for it. But yeah, we just trying to put these all back where I found them. Uh, so one thing about just like one final thought about like this Halloween 4K box set that I've been talking about on and off is how come they didn't do one of these for the releases last year? Because they did Halloween 1 through 5 in 4K, but they just put those out separately. But this one's got like a really cool slipcover box set to it. So that's kind of a shame they didn't do it that way. But this also kind of makes me think that they're gonna do some sort of like mega box set like next year or something with all of them, and I'm gonna feel like an idiot for buying them individually. But still don't have the Rob Zombie movies in 4K. That could be kind of cool though. Let's see, Upside Down. Love the store spirit. I'm interested in watching the movie. Yeah, me too. That's where I got this cool Haddonfield sign from. And yeah, I'm not expecting a whole lot from the Spirit Halloween movie, like I mentioned earlier, but I don't know, just it could be a fun time. It's just a family friendly horror type film. It's gonna be one giant product placement, but I don't care because Spirit Halloween's a great store. So we got Rob again. Congratulations! See you Sunday on your channel for the Rings of Power season wrap up. Yes, absolutely. They'll be doing that on sorry. So on Sunday, I'm going to be on Rob's channel with for Jim and Rob over analyze movies. Going to be talking about the Rings of Power, which I'm trying to hurry up and catch up on. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely have collabed on their channel a bunch of times. So if you haven't already, go check out Rob's channel for some really great and insightful weekly live streams talking about everything movies. So looking forward to it. And have fun in Paris, by the way. It's SAC Productions. What is your advice to an upcoming movie director? Because I'm trying to direct a murder story and just need some motivation to keep going forward on the film. Well, as somebody who is an aspiring filmmaker myself, um, I guess the big thing is just making sure that you can produce it or make it as good as you possibly can. As long as you're still like are driven to make the movie like it's something that's just driving you crazy. Like if you don't make it, you're just, you're gonna go insane if you don't. So I guess the big thing is just making sure you still have the passion. It's a story you want to tell. It's a project you want to get off the ground. Whether it be just because you're doing it for the fun of it, or you want to put it into a festival or turn it into a feature. Just even if you're not at that point right now, just give it a little bit of time. If you have to walk away from it and think about something else for a while, do it. That's when a lot of points of inspiration or excitement will come back, at least in my opinion. So just, plug away at it. Don't stress yourself out. Make sure you can walk away from it for a little bit. But ultimately, just keep going for it. Definitely, I definitely would like to check this out when you do get it made. I think sounds cool. Let's see. Let's see. Upside Down. I think it'll be bad, but hopefully fun. You're talking about the Spirit Halloween movie, I'm assuming. So yeah, we'll see, or at least I will see in just a few minutes here. Let's see. Rob, I'm managing. Hopefully so. How long? How long is the trip going to be anyway? Because going to a lot of places, it sounds like. Let's see. Who else? Thanks. Don't mention it. Okay, so just got a few more minutes here. So if anybody's got any last minute questions, comments, concerns, feel free to lay them on me. Let's see. So what else is happening soon? So yeah, Halloween Ends comes out this week. I do have a pass to go see an early screening of it tomorrow night. Not sure I'm gonna be able to make it though, because I have some other stuff I gotta take care of. But for sure, gonna see it Thursday night. We'll do an IMAX review of it either Friday or Saturday, so look out for that. Um, Hopefully they'll have a review of the Spirit Halloween movie this week. So those are gonna be the two bigger videos. And next week is Black Adam. So that will hopefully be cool. Hopefully be good, or at least a fun time. All right, with SAC Productions, SAC, sorry. Are you going to rank the Halloween movies? I'm not sure just yet. I'm thinking about it because I've definitely got my opinions on those movies. I've got the ones I really, really like, the ones I really don't care about, and the others from like, it's just kind of there. But yeah, maybe I might do like a tier list ranking if I feel compelled to do so. I'm gonna say right now, Halloween 4 underrated. All right, Upside Down. Just theories. Do you think Laurie or Michael will die? Both, neither. Well, with Michael, it's really hard to say because there's only every time he's like definitively died, he's come back. So it's really hard to say. I kind of would like for Michael Myers to finally like die, in a way that he's not going to come back or somehow magically survive. That's the one thing about Halloween H2O's ending that was just so perfect is that Laurie takes no chances and she chops Michael's head clean off, and that's like the most dead he's ever been. But then of course that movie did well, so they made Halloween Resurrection, and they're like, oh shoot, we'll just retcon it that, Michael swapped costumes with somebody, but I don't know. I would very much like to see a definitive death of Michael Myers. Then, if they want to keep this franchise going, like in a few years, they can reboot it or whatever. As far as Laurie dying, I could kind of see that happening. Like maybe like it's one of those like if I'm dying, I'm taking you with me sort of things. That could be cool because I feel like if they both go, then it's definitely the definitive conclusion of the saga. Otherwise, it's just like, whoops, Michael's gonna come back because he's got unfinished business. Do 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 do. So I guess all will be revealed very soon. All right, couple more comments here. All right, Rob, 3 weeks, Paris, Egypt, Germany, location specific videos in each country, talking about some of my favorite flicks set in these places. Very cool. So nice extended vacation. Sounds pretty cool. Definitely can't wait to check out those videos when you do post them. And from SAC Productions, hope Michael dies. If he dies, it ends. Me too. If you're gonna call the movie Halloween Ends, and this is like reboot number 3 of the franchise, it's like, resetting the continuity back to the originals and whatever. It's like, just let it end definitively. Like, give Michael a rest. If you want to bring him back at some point in the like eventually, whatever, but just let him rest, let him completely die for a change. Also, then you can leave the door open for Freddy and Jason to finally return, which would be really cool if that ever actually happens. All right, then from the Upside Down, that's awesome, Rob. So, oops. Rob, how much flippin' business could Michael possibly have, for frick's sake? I don't know. They got rid of the whole Lori and Michael being siblings thing, which I never had an issue with. I thought it was fine to have Michael have that kind of motivation. He's got to finish off his family or whatever. But who knows? I'm a little nervous about Halloween Ends because there haven't been any early reactions yet, which is a little scary. And I think the embargo for reviews doesn't lift till opening night, which is never a good sign. But I hope they title up nicely, and I guess we'll see what happens. All right, well, it's officially 9:12. I think we're gonna wrap things up there. Again, thank you to everybody for checking this out, and thanks again for helping the channel reach 800 subscribers. That's super insane, basically. Never thought I would. There have been times never thought I'd get to that point, and let's see. Good night. Congrats again. Thank you, Dan. And hopefully sooner rather than later, we'll be doing this again for 1,000 subs. So that's the goal. I'm hoping I can reach that. Thank you, SAC Productions. So I'm hoping by the end of the year, can reach 1,000 subscribers. That'd be incredible, and it'd be the greatest Christmas present ever. But anyway, again, thank you all for checking it out, and look forward to more content very soon. And we'll see you on the Brock Up side.